Good morning, everyone. Hi, Andrea. Thank you for sharing this. What a morning it is. Thankful Thursday. So it's time to get in and get some gratitude flowing out to the universe, isn't it? Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Kathy Hand. All right, well, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart. Slow down the breathing. And then add in some love. Add in that special peace that makes life worth living, finding love in our hearts and joy in our lives. So breathe that in and release that out. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Put a smile on your face. Know that miracles happen every day. Opportunities are showing up everywhere. I am healthy. I am alive. I am a spark of the divine. Doesn't that feel good? Been saying affirmations now for 122 days. Thank you, Deirdre, for keeping up with that. And what an amazing, amazing time to be alive. When we say these affirmations, it really comes to light that we're here on purpose. We're here and we're receiving and we're giving. And the giving is holding somebody in your heart. So pull somebody into a big old heart hug. Don Baker, I'm going to hold you this morning. I saw your message and your post on Facebook about your son and just holding him and you tight in my heart. And then let's just love on each other. Susan Flo, good morning. Thank you for being here. Deirdre, Linda Lemieux, I see all of you coming in here. Annie Seven, hello, hello, hello. What a beautiful day. So it's gratitude. I am so grateful for every one of you. I'm very grateful for Don Baker for being with us and being a big part of our P family. Grace Isis, I see you. Good morning. So happy that you're here. Jim Mershawn. Always an honor to have you in with us, P's. Pat Moss, good morning to you. It's actually afternoon for you. So hello, hello. What have you got to be grateful for today? Let's get that out there. Shine out some gratitude. I got to be with a very special dear friend that I've known for quite a while now, probably about 10 years. And she stopped in for a visit yesterday. Debbie Gratitude, Debbie Garcia, Debbie Sliker. You know her by many names, Debbie G. And we had a great visit together. It was so good to see her. So I'm very grateful for her in my life. I'm grateful for being here in this area and in all of this beauty. Right now, it's like a big old oven. It's extremely hot here. I think we might have hit 100 yesterday. It was very, very hot. Today, it might cool down a little bit because it's supposed to rain. And that usually helps a little bit. Sally and Tony, I'm so grateful you're here. We've been missing you. So thank you for jumping in this morning. I am divine energy in motion. Grateful for the morning time. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Annie, me too. I love when peas get together. And as I come east, I'm hoping we'll be able to do some more of that. And I have a date to go see our Brandy girl. I'll be with her next week. Actually, less than a week now. I will be up in Wisconsin and visiting with Brandy and hopefully doing a peace walk. I'm going to talk to Brandy and see if we can schedule that. Do a peace walk while I'm there and maybe even a land blessing, a water blessing. We'll see what we can schedule in and utilize that time that I'm going to be there for a couple of days. Who else? Darlene, you're grateful that your dad is here another day. I'm grateful for that for you. That's wonderful. Josie and Ricky, come on in. Every time Josie shows up, Ricky flies in here because he's not going to be left out. He can't let her have all the fun. So welcome in, and hello, our pirate Rick. He is in the house, Deirdre, definitely. Gracie is grateful for friendships, grateful for the relief rain during the night. All right, New York got rain. Well, we're supposed to get it today. It's a little cloudy out this morning. The sun's just now coming up. And I had a hard time getting up out of bed this morning. There wasn't a sun in my eyes. So I don't know. Did we do some kind of time shift or something? Or maybe it was Archangel Cassiel that we talked about last night, playing with time and bending time for us. Thank you for those of you who came to the class last night. I love Cassiel's energy, and we'll be working with that this whole month. Pat's grateful for Grayson, her grandson's sports day. Oh, I wish you could be there, Pat, to experience that. And Sally said, we finally got a chilly morning this morning. Also grateful for that. Yay. And Andrea, grateful for all the P's, grateful for the wonderful angel class last evening. So much to be grateful for. It was awesome to see your face on the Zoom call last night, Andrea. And Annie is grateful for this beautiful morning, waking up healthy, and my sons and this beautiful family. Yay. And yes, Darlene, that is the cheese steak. And boy, do I like cheese. I've even spoiled the Dunkaroos while Ruth was out of town. They have a new favorite cheese. I'm sure they won't get it once I leave, so I have to spoil them as much as I can until this weekend. Why do we call Ricky a pirate? Well, because he loved pirates, and really, he was the essence of a pirate. He was fun-loving. He was just always kicking it up and joking around. And yeah, he's got that pirate energy still in spirit. And Darlene says, Michigan got rain also. Yay. Yes, please listen to the replay of that angel class, because Cassiel is a wonderful angel to work with. It is the full moon today. Thank you for that reminder, Sally. So any of your gemstones or crystals, let them get some moonlight tonight. It will recharge their energy, and you'll be happy that you put them out there, because they'll vibrate stronger when you hold them or when you talk to them or communicate with them. Darlene, you like cheese. It's one of my favorite things in life, but unfortunately, I need to stay away from dairy, so I have it sparingly, not like I used to. Dixie Cunningham, good morning to you. All right, I don't think I missed anybody saying good morning, but I'm so glad that you all are here, and keep sharing your gratitude. Thankful Thursday. Share, share, share. We had a message from the angels last night. Let it flow. And I loved the message. You know, it's so interesting. It's very sad what happened with the loss of life out in Texas and now New Mexico and wherever those floods are happening. But I've noticed a lot of posts of people paying attention to the clouds. And there's been some very interesting shapes in the clouds. There's been the one that amazed me was a little girl with a ponytail, and it was so clear, just like somebody had taken their hands and sculpted that cloud to be that way. And then there was another one that looked like hands reaching out. So a lot of people are paying attention right now to water and to grief and how we process it. So I wasn't surprised that the angels are using water and rivers right now to get our attention. So the message from last night is called Let It Flow. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward however they like. That's a quote from Lao Tzu. Life is in motion, always. Energy is never still. From the moment we take our first breath, we are immersed in a current that carries us forward through seasons of birth, growth, transformation, and eventual release. Yet so often we find ourselves clinging to the riverbank, grasping at what once was, fearing what may come, hoping to control the unfolding of our days. But the more we resist the natural flow, the more we suffer. There is a gentle power in surrender, not the kind that means giving up, but the sacred surrender that whispers, trust the current. When we allow change to move through us like a breeze through an open window, we make space for new blessings to enter. The falling leaves make room for the spring blossoms. The crumbling walls reveal paths we never imagined. The end of one chapter is the sacred beginning of another. Even the uncomfortable transitions, losses, goodbyes, endings, carry hidden treasures. They teach us grace. They soften our grip. They awaken a deeper knowing that what is real and eternal can never truly be lost. In the stillness beyond resistance, peace waits patiently. Dear angels, why is change often so difficult to embrace, even when we know it is inevitable? Dear ones, change feels difficult not because it is your enemy, but because it asks you to trust something unseen. It invites you to loosen your grip on comfort, on the illusion of control, and to stretch into the arms of the unknown. But hear us now. You were born to flow with life, not fight it. Just as rivers do not resist their path to the ocean, your soul was designed to move with grace through every twist and turn of existence. When you resist change, you turn your back on growth. But when you open your heart, even trembling, and say yes to the unfolding, you align with your highest path. You become a living expression of divine trust. Remember, dear ones, behind every ending is an angel guiding you toward your next beginning. You are never alone in the current. We are with you always, lifting, guiding, and holding your hand through every wave. Let go, let it flow, let love lead the way. The angels whisper, you are not lost in the tides of change. You are being shaped by them into the masterpiece you were always meant to be. Trust the river. The ocean is calling. Angels, today I promise to go with the flow of the river and not get lost in the tide. It's easy to fear that change, to fear the river, to fear the water, to fear going under and not being able to come back up. But the angels say that river flows somehow, it connects in, all the rivers connect in with the ocean. So if you're finding yourself connecting with the river energy, think bigger. Think about the ocean and the enormity of it and how we're all connected. All the land masses are connected through those oceans. So go to the ocean. Thank you to all of the ones that are coming in and all of you who are gathered here to receive messages. And Kathy says, I'm thankful for so many blessings today. And Kathy, this is a long message. Let me see if I can summarize it here. Oh, you're getting the home improvement loan. Oh, that is so awesome. I know that's going to make a big difference, and it's going to allow you the opportunity to live your dreams. You and Bob have dreams of what you want. So I'm so happy that's coming together. And you have the rainbow. I love rainbows. They're a message of hope, aren't they? And Deirdre says she sees lots of dragon clouds lately. I do too. I see lots of dragons. I see lots of dogs in the clouds, especially dogs. I don't usually see cats, but dogs are up there all the time. And Sally, you have rain and thunderstorms for Friday and Saturday in West Michigan. So be careful of which crystals you leave outside. Yeah, some of them don't like water, so you have to be careful of the softer ones. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here with us until your movers arrive, and I hope that goes with ease and grace for you. Darlene, the replay is on Enlightened World Network. You can find it easily on YouTube when you go on there. Sally says the clouds have been very vivid for the imagination, and loving it. Me too. We have the most interesting clouds out here in the West. Usually it's very clear, the sky during the daytime. They're usually extremely clear, but when the clouds come in, they always have some kind of shape, or they're very unique looking. I love it. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? She says, Sisters of Shambhalai, put your faith in the light and believe that good things can happen and will happen. We do not need to deny darkness, but nor do we need to place our minds there. There are lighter dwelling places into which our minds can settle. Trust in the spring that follows the winter. Trust that sun's going to come up every morning. There are so many things we can look at and see that hand of God at play, and that just helps us with our trust. It helps us to have a bigger faith. Brookie, good morning. Good morning, Dylan. Good morning, Max. Max, Dylan, and Brookie got to ride their bikes underneath a double rainbow last night. Well, somebody else got the rainbow. So, Kathy, you didn't have it all by yourself. I love rainbow energy. Oh, you're welcome, Brooke. And Sally says, for me lately, it's been arrows and everything in the trees and the clouds on the ground and fabric. They're everywhere, and they're pointing in all different directions. There's a lot of shift and change and movement right now. So I am not surprised that you're seeing arrows and being guided. That's what happens is when we need a sign, we're going to get a sign. right? When there's something to be seen, something to be pointed out and to be made known, the angels will use whatever they can use. I found a very unique feather yesterday out in the backyard when I was watering the plants. And, they don't have cardinals here in this area, but this was a red feather. So I don't know how that happened, but there was a red feather out in Ruth's backyard, and I just stopped and grinned and said, "Thank you, angels. This is definitely a message of uniqueness and specialness." All right, well, let's get the reading from Angels in My Pocket. We're moving right along with this. And we don't have our blue on here, so we don't have Pocky listening in, but he's our little mascot for it. And I believe that we are on page 49. So pretty much right smack in the middle of this book. Page 49 says, there's 4 messages. While fear is a powerful motivator, remember that each decision you make, large or small, shapes your journey and determines your future. If you are constantly worried and anxious, your choices most likely will not lead you in the direction that is for your highest and best good. I think about that a lot because every day, pretty much, I counsel people. I do spiritual counseling and coaching, and I try to always point out that anxiety, that fear, it's not doing you any good. It's not leading you in the direction of what it is that's there for you to realize in this lifetime. The anxiety and the fear are just going to keep showing up the more you pay attention to them, the more that you allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole of whys and why did this happen, or trying to figure something out. That brings on that fear and that anxiety. We encourage you, dear ones, to turn your wounds into wisdom. Staying broken only magnifies the tragedy. Rise up, lift your head, and search your soul for strength. Out of the ashes, a phoenix will rise. So when we've been through a tragedy, a trauma, one of our fires in life, don't just stay what you feel like is broken. Don't just stay in that state of the sky is falling and everything is traumatic and tragic. Rise up. Allow yourself to really be a blessing in the world to yourself and to others. When you start to think that things are out of control, it just means that you have wandered out of your heart for a moment. Your true nature is love, and whenever you step away from that connection, you feel like a fish out of water. Anybody else relate to that? I can really relate to this message because when I've stepped out of my heart, I immediately know it. I immediately know that I'm way up here in my brain somewhere, that my brain keeps pointing out separation. It keeps pointing out the duality. And if you heard the message last night of Archangel Cassiel, Cassiel is the angel of duality, the angel that helps us to make sense when things don't make sense, or at least try to come to terms with what that duality is showing us and what it's all about and the teaching that it gives us. So just stay in your heart. And all of that stuff that's happening is just stuff. The real part of living is done in our heart space. Life is to be enjoyed. Dear ones, along with learning from experiences, if you feel pressured to go at such a fast pace, question what is taking place. Sometimes you may be running from something that is not easy to deal with. Sometimes you may not even know what the urgency is all about. Take time to explore. And this is one of the things that Cassiel helps us with, is just pausing. We don't have to always be rushing, right? We don't have to always think that we have to run to catch up with others or to catch up with events in life. Just go at your own pace. And when things seem to be out of control, remember that this linear time frame we're living in, that's a man-made earthly thing. That is not real time. Real time, which is spirit time, is going to happen in its divine plan. So when you think about divine timing, you don't have to rush. You don't have to control it. You don't have to try to force something to happen. You just allow. And slowing down, just taking that breath, that beautiful divine breath, will help you to stay in your heart center. It will help you to realize what's real and what's not real, what's the illusion, what's showing up that maybe I need to just pause for a moment and see what I need to pay attention to. So I think those were some beautiful messages from Angels in My Pocket. And let's see what else is going on here. Kathy says, the rainbow we saw was over the freshly mowed lawn. Thanks to borrowing our late neighbor Steve's riding mower, we never see a rainbow in our backyard. It was definitely a sign. I love signs and synchronicities. I'm so glad you had the rainbow, Kathy. And Sally says, yes, I tell my kids that all the time and my clients, that you can tell definitely when you have stepped off your path, because they will try to get you back on your path by creating some very noticeable things happening in your life, usually not in your favor. So when things start to go wrong, examine your path and where you might have stepped off and retrace your steps. And those steps will lead you back home, right here, back into your heart space. That's your home base. So if you want to relate it that way, this is where everything happens, is right here in the heart. And when you're seeing anything other than what you want for your life, you're up here. You're in the brain. And so the best thing that you can do is connect the heart and the brain like we do at the beginning of every one of our morning cuppas. We breathe in to our heart and we let that energy flow to our brain so that our thinking can be heart-centered, and we stay in that heart space and come from there and not from the top of our head. We come from the center of our being. So thank you for that, Sally. And welcome in, Rabia. Thank you for being with us. Gracie says, that is such a truth and a great reminder on how to sense this shift, what is taking place. It's wonderful. Yeah. And Sally, thank you. Perfect message for today's full moon. Today's full moon is all about the release of our limitations. What's holding you back? Letting it go. One of the things I like to do is release it into fire, whatever that is. Let's do that. Let's go into our meditation and prayer time and lift up anyone who's in need of prayer, but also let's do a little release on this full moon day. So if you have prayers that you would like to share with us, anyone you would like for us to lift up, if you need us to add you to that prayer list, then type that in the comments and I will certainly do that. And I know Deirdre always gives us a beautiful prayer, and there it is, right in divine time. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, prayers for our troops and for the United States. Sorry about the giggle, but Kona's on his back, and that's the little grumbling sound that you're hearing. And now you heard his name, so he's going to pay attention. Sally, you're having a bonfire tonight to do that. I love that. I love releasing into fire. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I hope you have a beautiful day at work. Everything is working perfectly. All right, so let's take a breath in. Kona, settle. Take a breath in. Go into your heart center. We're going to be very heart-centered for this. And let's just take a moment to think about maybe something in your life that's not the way you want it to be. Maybe there's something happening, such as anger. Maybe you're looking out at events of the world and feeling anger or sadness. Or maybe you're at a point in your life where you're discontent and there's a question about shifting and moving that energy. Or maybe you just let things accumulate, let it build up and not let go and deal with things when they happen. Whatever's going on, just search in your heart right now. What I like to do, and I invite you to do, is take a scan of your body. Just scan from head to toe. And is there one place in you that feels heavier? Is there something you're holding? Maybe in your heart, maybe in your root chakra or your solar plexus. Is there something you're holding on to that is not serving you, that's creating a heaviness or even an emptiness? So as you do that scan, just pay attention where that's at. And what I'd like for us to do now is envision a fire. It can be as small as a match. It can be a candle. It can be a bonfire. But I want you to see this fire in front of you. It can even be the violet flame if you want to invite that in. And whatever's going on that you're holding on to and not letting go of, I want you to let it go now. Visualize that you're letting it go into the fire. You're going to pull it from you and place it in the fire. So pulling it out, seeing it, acknowledging it, thanking it even for being a part of your experience. But don't hold on to it. The tendency is to hold tighter, right? When we find something, we're going to hold on to that righteous anger. We're going to hold on to grief. We're going to hold on to regret because we feel like if we let it go, there's going to be an emptiness where that is. But it's just the opposite. So release it into the fire. Take that moment of courage to step up for yourself, to do something for you that's going to bring you to a different level of understanding, of peace. Because when you release what's in turmoil, all that's left is peace. So release all of those things into the fire. You're not getting rid of any experience. The experiences are there. But what you're holding on to, that after effect, or even the anxiety, the thinking, what if What if this happens? What if this happens to me? All the fear and the anxiety, that shakiness from the root chakra, just let it go. Pour it into the fire. Watch it as it dissolves into the smoke that then transforms it into positive. You can release as much or as little as you want. And this full moon energy is the perfect time that when you let go, you can then also manifest. So after the release, just think of what you do want. What are you going to fill that space with? What kind of joy can you call into your life? What kind of dream can you bring to fruition? Archangel Cassiel, very present with us today, is known as the angel of speed. The manifestation that can happen with this angel is instantaneous. You think it and it shows up. Connect in right now with Cassiel. Ask him how to just flow through life. Get into that beautiful flow and watch the miracles show up. Watch them happen. Don't limit yourself. Nothing is impossible. Whatever you want to call forth, whatever you want to manifest during this time, you can do it. And we're all gathered together to put our energy with yours to bring that to fruition. What a beautiful release. What a beautiful calling in of miracles. And now let's just lift all the prayers, that long prayer list, all the ones you've added. Together we lift them up and we take them up, up, up to a higher plane. We release them, just as we released our burdens. We release these prayers and leave them with God, the Creator, knowing and trusting that those prayers are seen and heard, answered for the best and highest good of all, and that miracles are beginning to flow. So let's come back together now and love on each other. Love and gratitude. And I hope you released. If you did, if you released something into that fire, congratulations. And if you want to share with us that you did a release, I'd love to hear that. I'm going to get Leo queued up here to start singing to us. And we're going to get on with this beautiful day and this grateful gratitude day. Let's just see what we got going on. And yes, Sally, we always remember your prayer for those who are feeling left out and alone, who are in fear. Thank you, Gracie, for that beautiful prayer. Kathy. Oh, have a great day at work, Kathy. May it go with ease and grace, and may it be a blessing for you. Thank you. I love you. I'm so full of joy. Oh, Gracie, I love that. You did a big release. Yeah, it's an awesome time to do it. If you didn't get to do it while we were gathered together, take a moment during this day or even tonight when you're able to look at that big moon and just release into it and call in your miracles, call in your blessings. Hey, Maddie Moose. Thank you. Maddie, come on up here. Now you can by to say hello. There's a little Maddie Moose. You say hello, Maddie. You say hi, everybody. No, you see you, don't you? You know that's you? We got a tail wag going on for little Maddie. And of course, there's Kona. Their mama's coming home today. Align, allow. Allow those miracles. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy. So grateful for our Leo and for this song that he gave us. Full of joy. All right, Kona, I'm almost done. I know you heard the song, right? Thank you, Susan, for being with us. Yes, Maddie is a sweetheart. I could feel her in a heartbeat. She's the only girl with these two boys, and she has to make herself known. She has to be louder and prouder. So she's the one, if you hear one barking while I'm on, that's usually her. Woo! All right, guys. They're really, really wanting their breakfast. So I guess I better go give it to them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in and sharing love with each other. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. And enjoy this thing called life and this beautiful, big, full moon day. I will be back tomorrow for Friday on the Morning Cuppa.